Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's pour. Tonight's pour is going to be that shark themed pour. Shark Week is coming up, or it's here already. I don't know really when it is. I think hasn't really started yet. I've seen commercials for it, and it's kind of confusing. I remember talking to my son on the phone. He lives out in Kansas, and we were talking one night, and I was telling him about some of the stuff I've been doing, and I told him about the shark I had, and it was his idea. You should do that for Shark Week. And so I was like, oh, that's a great idea. I knew he got my brains. So he looked it up on his phone while we were talking, and I thought he said it was in August. But I've been seeing stuff on TV for Shark Week. So who knows when it is. I guess I should have looked it up before I started this video. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a watery one. Who would have thought of shark in water, fish in water? So I got to use blues and whites. I don't think I'm going to really use any other colors. So what I'm trying to decide right now is, do I do like a stream, a wake kind of behind the shark, like it's really swimming, or do I just do a kind of a watery one and set him in there? That's probably what I'm going to go with. And then I can add a little bit of white where I want to put him to do a stream, I guess. Because it's not really that he's... The way this shark is, which I guess I could show you. Ow, his teeth are sharp. I'm just kidding. So he'll be sitting like this. So you'll see him like that on there. So it's... The most of the time the shark only shows its fin, his top fin, above water. So he's usually underwater. So since I don't have just a shark fin to put on the thing, which a wake would be great, I could cut it off and just use that, but I'm not going to do that. So he's going to be underwater. So you can't really have a wake foam from the wake coming off like on top of the water, like a boat or a skier, or the splash or whatever. So you're underwater, so it'll probably just be an underwater type look, and then put him on there, and I might just stream a couple, like, maybe stream like right across his fin and the back, just ever so lightly. So that's probably what I'm going to do. So all I have to do is mix my paints, and we can get started on this. I've got my canvas set up here. I've got a couple of new things that I'm setting it on, because if you watch some of my other videos, the things that I use, been using for a couple of years now, well, you can look at those other videos and find out how I do those. So let's get started on this. All right, I got the paints mixed. What we're going to do is, it's not going to be a Dutch pour. It's not going to be a dirty flip cup, but it's going to be a dirty cup pour. So if that makes sense, I mixed I have three colors. I have just a regular blue from Artist Loft. I'm using a sky blue from Artist Touch, or Master's Touch, I'm sorry. And then my white in Artist Loft. So I've mixed it with Floetrol, and I don't do this very often anymore. I used to put it in every painting I did, but I have a can of silicone spray. I've had this can for probably since I started. So this is what it is. If you can see that. It's just a can of silicone. I have used the coconut milk before, but I didn't use that on this one. So I sprayed it in both of my blues. I never sprayed it in my black or my white paint. The reason why is when I was learning how to do the fluid acrylics, the people that I watched never put it in their white or their black for whatever reason. I can't remember now. So I don't know if you'd really call it layering, but I poured just a tad of white in the bottom, then the darker blue mixed with it, and then the lighter blue, then some more white, and then dark blue, lighter blue, and then the white. And as you can see, my cup almost runneth over. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour back and forth across like this, and try to get a watery type theme to it. And the reason I did silicone is I want to get some cells in it. And boy, does that not look good in there. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to run this off a little bit. And it's been a while since I've used silicone. I know it's hard to see it on video. I don't do these type anymore, where I run the paint off. So if my camera angle's bad, I'm really sorry. It's just something I don't do anymore. I guess I should do it another way, but go around to the edges and make sure I got all the edges covered while my fingers are still wet with paint. A little dab will do you. Just get me another paper towel, get some of this paint off my hands. I never wear gloves when I'm painting. I do wear gloves when I'm resining, because that stuff is hard to get off. I don't mind having to do a little water and maybe a little soap to get the so if we put the shark right in there, I'm going to see if I can get some darker blue through here. Now, when you do use silicone in your pores, yeah, I think he could do good right on that thing there. So what I'm doing is I'm going to get toward that shark. It's coming off that. It's really swimming. So we're going to go with that. All right. A lot of times white will sink, so hopefully those won't sink too much. And I think we got a nice little water one. What I was saying, when I use resin on a painting that I have silicone on, there's a couple things you need to do, or was one thing you need to do, and you need to either clean it. This is what I meant by two things. Or what I do is I seal it off with some gloss enamel spray. Get a nice good coat on it, seals that off, and that silicone won't go through that, from what my experience has been so far on the ones I've done. And then you can seal it with the resin and not get those spots in it where the silicone separates the resin. So that's what I'm going to do. And so yeah, that is definitely what I'm going to do with this one, because I wanted to get all sorts of looks on it, and I got a bunch of cells in it. So we're going to let this bad boy dry, then we'll get the shark on it, and we'll seal it, and we'll shell the resin, we'll seal it. Whew, boy, we will seal it with the gloss enamel, then we will resin it and add the shark to it, and we'll have a finished product. So I think it's going to be a good one. So, and also I have a fail safe on this. If these whites sink right here, these accents I want to use on that, this is already losing it a little bit back here. I do have some paint pens that I can apply those streaks to afterwards. So I probably will do that if those sink really bad, and I can really fine tune that. And I haven't actually used those paint pens yet, but I've been wanting to try it, and this would be a good one to try on if that does go and sinks. So, all right, this is dried. I've got a coat of gloss enamel spray on it, and I've got my resin mixed. I do have 14 ounces tonight because I'm doing two 10 by 20s, so 7 ounces for each one. The other one I'm not filming, so I'm going to pour on here, pour the rest of it on there, and then do this one first and finish up the other one after I finish filming. I got my shark ready to go, so let's get this poured on there and see how it'll turn out. It's about 7 ounces. All right, I got the resin on here, so let's get it spread out a little bit. Again, it's a 10 by 20 canvas. 7 ounces of Pro Marine resin is what I use. 3.5 ounces of the hardener and 3.5 ounces of the epoxy for 7 ounces total. resin on my hands, so I'm gonna get some paper towel. Try to get that off. On my ring finger, I don't want my ring being resin to my hand. Not that I want to take it off, but I can't wear it in at work because of, well, it is a factory. Even though I work in an office, I can't wear it in there. It's one thing I don't like. Well, one of the things I don't like about working there is taking my ring off every day. Because usually I forget to put it on at the end of the day. When I get home and I don't have my ring on. I don't think it really bothers my wife anymore. She's used to that, but it bothers me sometimes. And then if I happen to go to the store like Walmart or something, which is usually the store I go to after work, I try to put it back. I try to put it on because I get tired of getting hit on by gals. And that's a joke because I don't get hit on. But I don't want women to think I'm available with that. So I don't have to shoot them down. A little bit in there. I don't know where that came from. See if we can get that out of there. All right, now we were going to put it right there. Have the tail right there. So there you have the nice shark. A nice Shark Week painting. Again, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe to get more content, please hit the subscribe button. Leave comments on there so I know what y'all are thinking about my stuff. I don't really get very many comments, so I appreciate the comments. I usually try to, since I don't get very many, I always answer all of them that I can. So, thanks for watching.